Hey everybody! For today's video, we are going to be talking about the plan for week 2 of shedding. This week, I'm going to be practicing So What. Last week, I was practicing Autumn Leaves. I made some decent progress on that. I didn't upload a video of me actually playing it on Sunday, which is something I said I would do on the previous video, but that's only because I realized an important thing. What I realized is that transcriptions do not immediately dissolve sort of osmotically into your playing. They don't magically just start to appear. I did some basic transcriptions of a couple phrases and a couple licks from Bob James's solo, I believe, in the Chet Baker Paul Desmond record of Autumn Leaves when he's playing on an electric piano. And yeah, it hasn't translated to my playing. It doesn't help that it's in another key, so I kind of have to transpose it as well. It's only a semitone off, so it should be a pretty simple transposition, but unsurprisingly, at my level, it's actually quite a throwaway. It really does throw me off. So it's something that still needs to be worked on. Currently, the way I'm playing Autumn Leaves, I just felt like it wouldn't be a good representation to upload that video of like where I think I can actually go with the song in a pretty short period of time. I just feel like a week was just too short of a time to really reflect on how I could perform that song. So I think Autumn Leaves will be recorded in a performance type video where I'll upload it to the channel probably by the end of the month. I think the end of the month is when I'm gonna probably record multiple songs, not just Autumn Leaves. I'll probably record me also playing So What if I feel comfortable with So What by then. Hopefully I should, and Blue Bossa, and maybe even Song for My Father. I've kind of shedded Song for My Father before, full disclosure. So I have faith and hope that in that fourth week it will be more like a review week than really learning a whole new tune. Don't ask me why I practiced Song for My Father, but never have practiced Autumn Leaves. Like, this is the first time I've practiced Autumn Leaves. It's kind of funny. Um, Usually people start with Autumn Leaves. Don't ask me why. Anyway, so we're heading into the second week and we gotta learn So What. I figured I just note down some general things that I'm gonna be learning this week. I'm gonna learn how to play a walking bass line. It's important. The bass line is really key to the vibe of the song. I can almost, I think I've got it kind of memorized in my head, honestly, from how much I've been listening to it. Da 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 da. Then there's the voicings. There's those so what chords. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, you didn't click on this video to hear my singing interpretation of the song. If anything, that's just the only physical or audio proof that I have, virtual audio proof that I have, that I'm actually listening to the tune and I'm shedding the tune. So I figured I just put a little bit of that in there, besides just showing you a Google Doc. Add some credibility to my name, you know? Anyways, uh, I put Dorian mode here in the notes for no particular reason. For as far as I can tell, Dorian mode doesn't have any weight to it as information besides just telling you kind of how to approach the tune. Like, oh, D is the center of the song, keep that in mind. That's all I really take away from that. It's not like there's like a quote unquote Dorian scale, really. It's just a C major scale, but D is the center. So, or like a Dorian technique. As far as I can tell, I don't see that anywhere on the internet. So if there is one, it's like kept kind of a secret. It's a little underground, I guess. But so far, I can't really see it. The only thing I can kind of think about right off the dome right now, this just occurred to me actually, is what would be the blues scale that you would use correspondingly when improvising over this song. That just occurred to me right now, actually, which is kind of surprised I didn't think of it before. Would you use the C blues scale or the D blues scale? It's uh, it's an interesting question that didn't come to my mind until right now, but it's actually probably a really helpful thing to look into. So I'll look into that right after this video ends. Basically, um, we need to actually do the 251 exercise. Let me make the distinguishment here. By 251 exercise, I mean the 251 lick, uh, the scripted licks from Jeremy Siskind. Those I need to actually practice those. As you can see in first week, I wrote 251 lick number one as something to learn. I did not do that. I did not learn any scripted licks because I had decided over the course of that week that I would just try to learn things straight from transcription alone. But as I told you earlier, it looks like it takes a while for these transcripted licks and transcripted phrases to really get in your playing. I haven't actually looked over the more scripted licks on the Jeremy Siskind channel. I just know that he has some, and the video. I know he produces good content, so I'm just kind of assuming that it's going to be a good lick for learning something about the fingerings and the phrasing and 251s over 251s. But I have a feeling that these scripted licks will probably transfer better, more instantly into my playing than trying to transcribe from a record or something. There's something there's some quality to having it notated on the sheet and kind of being told like, oh, this is kind of just an overall blanket thing for this progression. That is something about that quality that just I think should allow it to translate quicker to my playing, get in my fingers, and then get it into my sound faster. And that's what I really need right now. I need more vocabulary on the whole in general. I'm going to transcribe Mal Davis's solo. Already have. Not the whole thing, but in bits and pieces. I've been kind of busy over the last couple of days, so I haven't been able to go over the whole thing, but it's a really light work solo to transcribe. So I'm going to transcribe the whole thing because he uses so much spacing in his phrases, so much just such a slow tempo. The focus of the song is really like all on just the feel of it, all on the swing of it. So I feel like I could definitely take on that whole solo. I could probably not only Miles Davis's solo, I could probably take on most of the solos on the record when I listen to it. There's very few phrases or moments that really sound like, oh, that's going to be challenging to dissect and break down. Not really. I feel like I can. There's a lot of language and a lot of rhythmic language that can be taken from this song. This is actually kind of a gold mine of the song. I'm really excited for this week. Really, I'm really liking the prospect of learning the song. There's the voicings. Did I mention the voicings? They're different than normal voicings supposedly because they're quote unquote quartal voicings. Is what I saw on the internet when I was looking it up. So they're more open ended. They're like kind of, oh, they can apply to multiple keys and stuff, which is really interesting to me. My goal this year is to become a better comper, so learning more voicings and stuff, that should be tremendous. And of course, as always, I plan on using the metronome, practicing slowly. Main goal this year, be precise with my comping, be precise with my playing. I want to be very, very precise. And the only way to do that is to practice with a freaking metronome at slow speeds, excruciating slow speeds, 30 beats per minute, 40 beats per minute at most type stuff, you know? That's what I did with Autumn Leaves, and that yielded very good results for me in comparison to the first day or two when I wasn't really using the metronome. So I can only imagine what it will do for a song like this, where the feel is tremendously, tremendously important to the song, the rhythmic feel. I feel like metronome is super, super duper crucial here. Okay, so transcription and metronome, they're going to probably work magical wonders on this song. I'm going to learn a lot. I'm going to learn more voicings. I'm going to learn walking bass line. It's going to be a great week. Can't wait for it. The week's already started. We're already 2 days in. I've already learned, I feel like, a decent amount more than I used to know. So I'm excited for how much I'll know by the 18th. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's the plan for this week. By the end of this month, I can assure you that there will be some sort of performance recorded and uploaded to the channel of me actually playing a damn song. Whether it's a good performance or not, I can't promise you that, but I guess you'll get a progress video. That's what you'll get. That's gonna happen by the end of this month. So stay tuned. It's gonna happen. The videos will take more of a structure soon, and I'll start uploading more regularly. This channel is gonna take off, so stay tuned. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless.